Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, August the 7th of 2025. So I was going to just grab a few things. My daughter wanted my manicure set and I told her, okay, I will find it. Well, I went through the hall closet and I just started pulling everything out of the hall closet. And then I ran down to the basement and I had those containers I was going through probably about 2 months ago or so that was like, it was in the garage. I brought in the house. So I brought two of them back upstairs. They're full of like the toiletry items. So I can go through all of this stuff once more, keep yes or no, and that is it. I've got so much stuff here. It looks like, you know, my living room just is full of stuff. I gotta go through this. My whole coffee table is full of all this stuff, like all this loose stuff that was just sitting everywhere, you know, like all this stuff here. These bags are full, these bins are full, and then there's what I brought upstairs. I just had a few extra items that were just loose that I found on the top of a few other boxes, so I just used this blue basket to bring them up. I also have this little storage drawer here. It's the one I use for my overflow for my makeup and stuff, so I'm going to wash that out and going to reuse that one for makeup. I have another one that's the same size, so it's a clear one with the 3 drawers as well, and that one I use for hair accessories, so I'm going to run down and grab that one. But then I said I don't want to do hair accessories today. I've got enough out here to go through. As you can see, got to go through each of these bins, take everything out, line up, see what I have duplicate, see what's expired. I know there's a lot of vitamins and toiletry items that have expired. When we moved, everything was just packed, and I just, you know, I was going through stuff, just didn't have time to go through every little item, so now I just want to do that. And then I've got all these extra bags here of cotton balls and Q-tips and the makeup cotton pads, these round ones. So anything that is open, I'm going to put in my craft room, because I've got some of these. See, this is not open. These are open. Not only are they open, but the bag itself was never sealed. And so because these were packed in a box, I don't know, you know, I think they're perfect for crafts. See, like this one too. This one is open. It's partially sealed, but it's been open and used. It's so that can go down. See, this one here is still sealed, so that I can keep for first aid kit. This one is unopened, so that one can go in the first aid kit. This one here has been opened, so this would go down. I'll put this one in my craft room. It's just one of those, you know, this is for, you know, doing makeup or, you know, skincare product or first aid kit. You want them to be clean. And so because it's been open, I don't know if this has been open because I've used any, or if it just got open because it was just in the box. I'm not going to risk that something could have spilt in here, contaminated them. So I will just go through. See, this one, it's been opened. So it looked like it was sealed, but it's got a big rip in here, and so that's going to be for crafts. Same with this one. Oops, it's open. That will be for crafts. This one is still sealed, so that one can go in the first aid kit. So it's easy. And then I've got these boxes that look like this. This was, I had wrapped these boxes in these little bags. These are either for diapers or pets, you know. I forget which one, but that was so that if anything leaked in the boxes, that these wouldn't get damaged, but I will go through them. See, those are Band-Aids and cotton swabs. This is Band-Aids, and I do have a pack of the disposable gloves. This one is cotton gauze, and there was one more. Oh, it looks like one more back here. Oh, just the pack of wet naps. I think I might take the wet naps to the church for in the nursery, just because it is hard. The kids, they get sticky fingers, so that might work good at the church. So these things I can just set aside. Those are good for the first aid kit. These ones will be for crafts, and I'm just going to go through all of this stuff and take everything out one item and just line everything up to see what I have, and I will be back when I get all of this stuff taken out of here, lined up and in the different categories. that was just a quick thing to show you that I've emptied out the hall closet and my bathroom. I'm sorry, couldn't see anything. My daughter is doing an online course at the moment. And I can tell she had her bedroom door open, so I didn't really want to interfere with her course. But that, I've got everything taken out of the bathroom. I've got everything out of the hall closet. Everything is lined up. Like I said, I'm going through everything. It's a keep, yes or no. There might be a few maybe items, like duplicate items, or like a maybe pile. But other than that, it's, if it's expired, it's gone. If I won't use it, I'm getting rid of it. So I'm just going to continue. I haven't really gotten too far yet. I've got a few things kind of laid out here. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put my makeup in the hall closet. So I got to measure that to figure how long and wide each of those shelves are, so I can figure out how to arrange all my plastic, the makeup organizers. I've got a bunch of these. They're all in these different bins at the moment. Figure out how many of these I can stack up there so I can see them. And I'm also thinking I might run to the dollar store and get those whatever the shelf riser things are, so I can actually like maybe put one on the bottom and then have one sitting on top, so they're kind of layered, so I can access things at the back. I'm not at that point yet, but that was also another thought I had. But I got to go through everything. Like this here has been opened and expired in 24. So something like this, actually no, it hasn't been opened. Okay, it has not been opened, but it says expired like a year ago. But I will still open it and check and see how good it is. These are just those from Bath and Body Works. These, you know, they should be fine. Can't quite read. 20, I think it's 23 on them, but they've never been opened. So I don't really use hand sanitizers. I might just throw them in the car. Okay, sorry, I accidentally hit something and turned my camera or my phone off. I hit the power button. Yeah, so these items, like I said, I'll just probably put these in the car because I don't really use these around the house. This is just a soap. And then I've got a whole bunch of these. I will go through and see if they've been opened or not. You know, these I got last year for my husband for Christmas. Actually, I don't even think I've opened these ones, or was it this year? No, this was last year because they were in the bathroom at the other house. So that was last Christmas. So they should still be okay because it's usually they'll have like once you open them, they're good for like 6 to 12 months. And they've never been used, and I cannot read. They usually have the expiry date up in this, and it's always hard to read in certain lighting. I'm going to say I honestly don't see an expiry date on these, but this is just foot cream. So I'm going to say there's certain things that, you know, don't really have to worry about expiry dates. Obviously, if it was like this type of stuff, like vitamins, actually I think that's my new ones. Yeah, that's the new ones I just bought. But this cough syrup, see, that's the new one. Probably have an expired one. Like this looks so, this one here, it looks like it's expired. It's not. It's for the pets. And I will say when I put it in their water, they will not drink the water. So something like this, I'll probably just donate. So I don't know the expiry date on this anymore. My animals did not like it, and I got it from one of those expensive pet stores. But a lot of this stuff in here, I think these vitamins here, let's see. Yeah, see, 21. This is from stuff that, like, you know, things get bought. How long is it? 23. Okay. You know, things get bought and get moved around. Okay, that's 26. So, like, I've got new ones and I got the old ones. Like, oh, chewable children's. That's got to have, yeah, 22. So, like I said, I got to go through this medicine cabinet type stuff. This bottle is, like, empty, so I don't know why it's still here. Oh, it just expired in April 25. So this must have been the one I bought last year. So it's like empty. And this must be the new one from this year. Yeah, I could till 26. So I only use Buckley's. So I'm just going to continue going through this stuff and figuring out, you know, keep, donate, garbage, you know. Vitamins, obviously, if they've expired, they are garbage. Like I said, this was bought recently. It's expensive for pets. So this I might just stick in with some other pet stuff I have and just set it out for anybody who wants to try it. It's not that old. I know when I bought it just before we moved, so it's almost a year old, but I'm not sure. It's one of those things. It's like, is it, it's a vitamin type stuff. I will look at it, I'll open it up, and I will smell it and see how it smells, and then I'll make the decision if it's, garbage or donate. Just I don't want anybody to get mad at me saying things, this is an empty bottle. It's like I've got to just go through all this stuff. So I will be back when I get all this stuff out of these bins and laid out. Alright, so I've been going through all this stuff. I've got about 14 or 15, I forget what I counted, of these empty makeup bags. And then I got this other plastic case here that's empty. And then I've got this box here is mostly the donation stuff or garbage. It's kind of like a mix of both, just because I needed to move it out of my way for now. Then I just put some of the extra stuff on top. I kind of got this stuff kind of organized here. I've got like some hair care stuff. These are my feet and hand things. They got the gel in them. So you do for my heels, and I got the ones for the hands. I got the gel in them. So it kind of like give like a nice spa kind of effect. I've got this whole stack here of different facial masks and under eye care stuff. I've got another pile here, and it is the nail stickers and the nail, the different, I forget what these are called, but they are, to give that manicure with just the stickers. I got some of these other nail art. I've got, these are for the bottoms of your shoes, or for your shoes to give you comfort. I have some that are for actually go on the bottom of the shoes to, this one goes on the bottom of your shoes to give you more grip, which I do need because I got a couple shoes where it's not working. I've got a whole bunch of these heel liners. There's another bunch of these heel liners. More gems for pedicure, manicure. I've got my scissors here, these special nail clippers for the artificial nails. More of nail files, one for my feet, just a whole bunch of brand new things that I'm going to go through the old ones and get rid of. Nail glue, press-on nail sticker things, brand new lip balm, so I can go through and get rid of anything that's been opened. Instructions for all my different attachments and hair clips and everything. Just, makeup and stuff. That's basically all this stuff here is. It's just more odd little this and that kind of a thing. I found 3 different types of the shoe cushions, which are insoles, which I kind of did need. I've got a couple pairs of shoes that I need new insoles in. I was going to go buy some, and then I find 3 brand new ones. It's always a bonus. So I don't really have much left, and then that's all my makeup is just sitting here, and then the 2 makeup bags here also I haven't gone through, but I will be taking everything out of here, going through, checking all my makeup, getting rid of anything that I just don't use. And then up along here I've got all my essential oils, and then I've got some other things. I forget what these are called. The little spikes on them. Forget what it's called. The dermabrasion, that's what it is. The micro dermabrasion kit. I've got my little manicure set. I've got these other little facial things. All these other facial rollers. This body sculpting things. I forget what they're called. Like the body combs for face and thighs and the rest of your body. And then right here I've got all my perfumes and shower gel sitting here. So I just got to go and start putting this stuff. I'll be putting in the bathroom, but a lot of this stuff I gotta go, so I still got to go through all of this to get cleaned up and put away. Figured out the old stuff to throw out. This stuff here is definitely, it's a keep or throw out. This would be the stuff that, because it's makeup, I'm not going to donate. There are certain things that is a maybe to donate, but there is obvious definitely no. So any of this stuff here will definitely going through and throwing it out. I've also found my thing to clean my makeup brushes, so I will be cleaning my makeup brushes probably tomorrow. So I'm looking at the time, it's already just after 5. So I'll be cleaning those, and then I've got, everything else, my containers are in the bathtub, so I'm just going to go there and show that. So I just have all my containers here, all the plastic containers, they're just soaking in the tub, and I'm just going to give all these a good scrub tonight and dry them out, and then get all my makeup and stuff, put away nicely. So I'll be back as I get more of this stuff put away. All right, welcome back. It's about 10, just after 10 o'clock Friday morning. I was going through all my makeup and everything, and I found this amount of expired makeup. Every single mascara that I thought I had, just all of these are all dried. I mean, it's dry when you can't even pull it out. So they all kind of clumpy, look like that. So there's like 16 or 17 of them. They're all expired. Hand lotion that is liquefied. I have some of my foundation that has liquefied. I have this here, and this is this eyelash enhancing serum. I liked it, but I will say it's supposed to be clear. So this is the old one. I actually thought I threw this one out. But that is just from, doing your makeup and then putting this on instead of, instead of using mascara all the time. I was just using this to kind of, do my eyelashes and my eyebrows. So, I mean, when I pull it out of the wand, it looks fine, but you can see the bottom is all full of makeup. So that one's going. Like this palette here is very old. I found some brand new ones that have never been opened that are still sealed, so I decided I could throw this one away. Same with this. This one has hardly been used, but I'm gonna say like these. I remember buying these when my youngest, who's almost 18, was just a toddler. So I'm like, I never really used them. They weren't really my shades. But even this is the lip, and this is the eyeshadow. I know how old they are. It's time to throw them out. I've got some, this is this bottle of vitamin E. Usually should be good. I don't know where the expiry date is on here. It's all like, the oil is like wrecked it. But I opened it up and it smelled kind of rancid. So then I've got, like, this is a lip scrub, but it has solidified. And then I even have like the lip mask thing that came with that one, and it is just, it's like a big clump, and it's like, it's supposed to be gel, and it's just, it doesn't feel the way it's supposed to feel. And I've got a whole bunch of these brand new ones. I've got this one here, this is my clear eyes. I can't read the expiry date, it's hardly been used, but I do have a brand new one. So it says it expired in 2020 something, and I cannot see the last number. And because I've got a brand new one, and these are eye drops, I'm gonna let this, just throw this one out. I've got some of these that are like so well used that this stuff is, each of these little strip things are peeling off, or it's so worn out there's like none of that grippy stuff left on these little things. And I've got this other one here, and this is funny. This is the one like my cat eats. Anytime he sees these, he goes after these. So I said, I've got a whole bunch of these, so why am I holding on to like old ones? And same with like this foundation. It's liquid. Actually, this one might be dried out. But either I couldn't get anything to come out, or I barely squeeze it. It's just pure liquid. So I'm like, yeah, okay, all this can be thrown out. I'm not somebody who goes through and, purposely throws out all my makeup. But Then I've got a whole bunch of this stuff. This is this medicated lip ointment. This is by Blistex. I buy this specifically for when I have like cold sores or canker sores and things. And so I could tell it's well used. I mean, there's probably still medication in here. Again, there's the expiry. I cannot read that. It might still be good for a couple more months. I can't quite make out if that's supposed to be a 25 or a 26. I can't really tell. But it was probably bought for last year. And then same with a whole bunch of these other lip balms, like these ones here. These are medicated ones. I only buy medicated when my lips are very sore and they are, used. Actually, this one looks like it's brand new. Oops. Okay, I thought I kept, yeah, this one here looks brand new. I'm just going to test it and see. Oh, yeah, it's brand new. Okay, I'll keep that one because I just opened it. But all these other ones, like this is another medicated one, it's been used. So those can be thrown out. Like I said, here's my foundation stuff. Like, I got new ones, so I'm going to throw these ones out. They are like well used. I'm just trying to get rid of a whole bunch of extra stuff. Like, so like I said, so I've got a whole, like, this is what I found so far, just going through a few of the makeup bags. I haven't gone through everything yet. I did have to pack everything back up into the boxes, so they're just sitting here. I've got the 2 bins behind me, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff just sitting right up there on top of my entertainment center right there. And then I've got all my containers. They should be dry. I had them just washed them all out yesterday. They're in the tub. I dried them with a towel, but I've left them overnight. So now I'm going to go and grab those, make sure they are all dry, put everything back together, and then start putting this stuff back into all their containers, organize it all, and then I got to wash out under my sink, and I got to wash out in the hall closet. But before I do all the cleaning, I think I just want to get this stuff all sorted through once more. Like I said, just because I've gone through it and I've got everything kind of separated into different categories, I will go through everything once more just to make sure that any of the makeup is like good. I'm not going to touch the nail glue. I've got a whole bunch of nail glue that probably has dried out, but I'm not doing my acrylic stuff today. That's just going to be so much work to go through each little bottle of glue, and I don't want to open them if they're still sealed, because I know when they're sealed, they're still good. If I shake them, I can hear the liquid in them. But the second you crack the seal, they dry out, and I'm not doing acrylics at the moment, so I'm not going to touch the acrylic glue. I said I will do that when next time I do my nails, but I'm just going to go grab the containers out of the bathroom and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these clear plastic ones, different shapes. This one broke. I dropped it, but that's okay. It still works. It still holds my lipstick. Then all these other ones here. And then I've got this one here, which you can either use attached or in 2 pieces. I prefer attached. Now, when it's attached, it does not fit in my hall closet, but it will fit under my sink, which is where I'll put, my everyday or my weekly use scrubs and things. I'm just going to set this 2 pieces because I can't attach it one-handed. And then I've got this nice big one here as well. And so I got to put the drawers back into these. Just got to remember which drawers go where. That goes there, that goes there. So this one goes here, and then these 3 go with this one. So I'll put those drawers together. And I even have this purple one here with the 3 things. I usually use this one here for my new makeup, and I also have my extra like acrylics and things go in here. Any of my facials, those little individually packed ones, I've got a whole bunch of them, and I'll usually put them in one of these as well. So I'm just going to get these containers kind of assembled. Let's see. It is tricky to do one-handed. Oops. I'm just trying to angle my camera here. There we go. So I'm going to start with this one. So this one sits in the bathroom. So I know what I keep in here. Like I said, you can keep it as 2 separate pieces, but I prefer it as one solid piece. I just gotta, why is this stuck? What did I do? Oh. There we go. Is this the right way? Should it go this way? I don't know. I've got to get this lined up properly. There we go. Now it's on. Like I said, I put this one under my sink. Just making sure that the drawers are all in there properly. This one. Drawers are in that one. And then this purple one. And I'm also just making sure that it's all dry. And everything was washed good with hot soapy water. I don't know what that is. There's stuff stuck in here. Just over the years, you know, toiletry items, things like that get spilt. And it's like, you know, don't always wash these out. But it is a good idea every once in a while to take these drawers or the cubicle things like this and just take them apart and scrub them. Now I didn't really take this completely apart, each of these pieces. I just took the drawers out and I gave this a really good scrub by tipping it upside down and really getting in and around all the feet. Got it as clean as I could get it. I mean, I could make it cleaner if I wanted to, but you know, didn't think it was necessary. And this does have the option of adding wheels to it. I do have wheels from various of these other carts. And I think I took the wheels off this purple one and put them on one of my other ones. But you know, I always keep the wheels, and if I want to put the wheels back on, I can. Also, if I take this top one here off, I can stack the second one on top, and I've done that too. But I have another one that's 3 of these high and it's in clear. And that one I usually use for my hair accessories. So that's going to be the next one I'm going to be going through, would be all my hair stuff. I've gone through most of my jewelry. Now I'm doing my makeup, and then I will get to my hair products. So now since these are all clean, ready to put this stuff away. Last night I had to put everything back in the boxes. And I had to clear off the coffee table, so I've got to go and grab all of this stuff here. And just like I said, I now have it all organized and figuring out, you know, the easiest one. Well, this would be for my eyeshadow and blush compacts. But I'm just going to see, what do I want to start with? So everything is just over here. Maybe I'll just grab this stuff here. Start with these little tools here. Like I said, I just had to move everything around last night just to get out of the way. Is this all the tools? I think so. Unless I start pulling things out of the boxes, but I guess I'll start with these tools. So I just threw a few things in here last night just to get everything kind of off the coffee table. So I'm just gonna see what's in here. This is what I was using to store my lipsticks in, but now I found these, so I'm going to put my lipsticks back in these. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this case for yet, but I will start with this stuff. So I have this. Does it have batteries in it? No, it doesn't have batteries in it, but this is called a wax vac. and I found it really did help get the wax out of my ears. And I got the extra tips and the little cleaner. So this I'm going to put in the purple. I don't think this is going to fit in. Yeah, see, it's not going to fit in those. I'll put it in the purple one. I have this. It's the micro needle skin roller. It's got this, and it's got 2 more attachments to it. I have never used it. I got it at like Marshalls or Winners for a really good price. And I looked at it and I was terrified. But I'm going to keep it just because, you know, I spent, and it was on sale, but I still spent quite a bit of money on it. So that I usually keep in. Is it this one that fits in? Yes, this one here. Just put those extra blades back there. And, oops. Does it not have batteries? Maybe it needs a battery as well. Yeah, it needs a battery. So this too, I just keep in here. And then, like I said, this is my little nail thing, and I think, yeah, it needs a battery as well. I usually don't keep batteries in these if I'm not using them. I'll just put a battery in when I'm using, so I always double check that there's no batteries left when I'm not using. So those can go in this one. And then I have this one. It also takes a battery. Oh, this one actually does have batteries in it. And this has got the 2 attachments. So it's like the rose quartz. And this one, it vibrates and massages. And this one here also can vibrate and massage while it's doing its thing. Put those in here. And I just have another one of these. Actually, I'm going to change this out. I've got a lot of these. And these I actually use in the bathroom. So I've got this one, which I was kind of disappointed. It looks like it's going to be rose quartz. It's just acrylic plastic. But then I do have the rose quartz and I do have the jade one. I have these little massaging brushes. It's got the teeth here. You can use it to do a scalp massage, things like that. I have the instructions to all these in that pile of papers. And same with this one. It's got different things it massages and it's supposed to help with your lymphatic drainage of your body, sculpting things. I've got this other one here. It is a jade roller, so it's the roller, and then this one's got the little nodules on it. Then I have another, just a jade roller. I think these just stay. And this one here is from the dollar store, just metal, but I find I could put this one in the fridge or freezer and let this get cold. It's supposed to help the puffiness under your eye. Put those in here because it's kind of all kind of, yeah, do that too, because these kind of all go together. And I actually use these, you know, probably once or twice a week. I'll use them when I'm doing like facials and stuff. So those can be in the bathroom. This here's the pedicure one. I'll give it this drawer. Stick this one in here and this one here. Yeah, sure. It can go in there. And then I've got this little metal makeup sharpener. I'll put that in this drawer as well. I've got this sage. It's the relaxing massaging ring. And I keep this one in the box so I know this one is the sage one. I have some dollar store ones as well. This one can stay in here in the bathroom. Got these little measuring scoops that have come with different bath salts. So I'll put these in here. I have these foam. I'm going to stick them in here. I haven't even used these. These are all brand new. I opened them all last night just to get rid of all the extra packaging. Like I said, this one will sit in the, this one sit in my bathroom under my thing, under my sink. That's going to look kind of nice. I do have a pair of hairdressing scissors. Those can go. This other one, this foot scrub or foot file. But don't need this one in the bathroom, but it can just sit. Oops. There, that's brand new. This stick goes with the waxing stuff, so I'm going to set that aside because that's going to go somewhere else. I've got a bunch of these brand new ones, which is why I'm throwing the old ones out. I do have this bottom drawers where I kept these. And then, well, this is for cleaning my makeup brushes. Again, there shouldn't be any batteries in here. So this, I'll put that in with the purple drawer because it's got other attachments. Okay, so that stuff was put away. Now this, I said, goes with waxing. So this, my waxing stuff goes in that bottom drawer of this purple one. So I've got that stuff organized. Now I'm just going to grab the next set of things. I've got, these are the bottles of things that are usually in my bathroom that are in this. So these are all new stuff. So this is a skin booster, grapefruit and jasmine. And this one is also grapefruit and jasmine. This one, so these I always put in here. And this one is a bath oil, and it is rose hip and lavender. Put that in there. And then I've got this Remedy and Repair facial serum. So that put there. And then I have a brand new peeling mask. I haven't even opened it yet. I just took it out of the box. So that can sit in here. I've got, this is a soothing eye gel, which I love. If you put this in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes, or even in the freezer for 5 minutes, and then put it on, it's really nice under eyes. I've got this Sage Herbal Balm. This is the lash and nail salve, and I use this after I've done a manicure pedicure. So that one's always in the bathroom. That's the lip balm I just opened, so I'm going to put that in here. Then I have these lip scrubs that I recently got. So these can go in here. Oops. This ring can't fit there now. Okay, these ones here are the larger containers. I like to put the larger ones down and the small ones can sit on top. And it makes it easy to see what's in here. This little ring, I'll stick that there. There should be a few more that type of stuff, and I don't. Oh. Here they are. I've got this one here, and it is a lip scrub, and it's a friend's one, and I haven't even used it yet, so that one's brand new, so that could go in here. And then I have these little Friends lip balms, which I have not used. I don't think I have, maybe, no, haven't used. They're just kind of cute. They're Friends. I think I opened them just to, maybe I sampled them one time just to see if I had an allergic reaction, because I forgot to test what the fragrance was in these. Yeah, I think this one says strawberry, so I think that's why I had tested it to see if I was allergic to it. But so these can just sit in here as well, just because they're kind of cute. And this is another brand new one of these. So any of my extra brand new makeup I'm going to put in the purple cart. So I'm just going to continue putting all this stuff away. Actually, the next thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to clean my brushes, because might as well go through these next and figure out what I have here. The ones that are for nails, and I know the pink ones here are the nail art ones, and I just have a whole bunch of these other makeup brushes that are just cheap, and I got them, but you know, I don't use them. But I'm just going to go through all of these and just see But there is, like, I can say these definitely need to be washed. So, like I said, just going to take all these off of here. And I do have another one of these somewhere. I had recently seen it. Because I'm going to put my makeup brushes in one and then my nail brushes in a second one. Or I also have other, like these ones here. These are they came with stuff from the dollar store, like the facial stuff. And so they're a silicone. And I've got a few of these different types of facial wands or applicator wands. Like this one here is from Sephora. This one here looks like it's from the dollar store. This one, probably from the dollar store. Then I got some other ones that are expensive. You know, I got some expensive brushes one time. This one here. I've got the foundation, whatever. And this is the brush that came with it. So I'm going to have to go through. Look at that. It's brand new. It's never even been opened out of its package. So I'm going to go grab that my brush cleaner. I might as well get these all cleaned as well. Alright, I'm just going to show this quickly. I was going to just put this in this video of organizing, but I decided to make a second video or just a separate video of using this. But then I thought, you know, I said I was going to show it in this video, so I'm just going to do one brush. I already did all 7. So I'm just going to put the batteries back in here. And then it has a bunch of these different attachment pieces here. These are called the adapter collars. There's 8 of them. My brushes work on 3 different sizes, so I'm just going to grab this one. I don't know what size of, which one this was from. Oh no, yeah, that was this one. Okay, so the adapter collar, you find the right one that your brush fits into. And then you've got this what's it called, power spindle handle. And then it has the spindle. The spindle's already on here. I cannot pull it off. So I'm just going to leave that one on. You put this onto here. And then it says you're supposed to use whatever cleanser you want to use. I, for this purpose, was just using my facial cleanser. So you just put a little bit of facial cleanser in here. It's going to be way too much, but it wants to come out. And then you just fill this. I'm just going to angle my camera down. It doesn't want to stand straight. There we go. And then you just add enough water so then it's half of the bristles are underwater. Now it's a little tricky because this was on an angle, so I'm just going to fill the water till bristles are halfway under. Just want to hold it straight. Oops. About there. And then you just turn it on and go for about 5 seconds. Oops. I've got water everywhere because my hands are very wet. And then after 5 seconds, you just lift it up and you spin it for about 10 seconds to let it dry. And then you turn off and just use your fingers to get the bristles back in their shape. And it should be clean. Now this water is going to be super clean because I've already cleaned all my brushes already. But the water after I had done the 7 was pretty dirty. I'm just going to do a second one. Let's see. Show how easy it is. These ones were about the same length of bristles, so I've got about this right amount of water. Just a few seconds. And then you bring it up for about 10 seconds. And turn it off. And if you think it still needs a few more seconds to dry, just do it again. I just think it looks really cool how far out the bristles come. And my brushes are clean. So I did all 7 of these already. They look so much better. I mean, this one here, you can see the white. This one here still, some of these still have a little bit of discoloration from some of the blush or bronzers that I was using. but the ones with the eyeshadow, it is clean. And so this says you're supposed to use it about once a month to clean your brushes. So I'm going to be using this now that I have found it. So I got to wash these out. I'm just going to let these pieces just soak in here. Give it time and wash and dry these out before I store it away. Take my batteries out. So now my brushes are washed, and I'll be back in the living room when I finish putting more stuff away. Okay, so I got my brushes all lined up here. These white ones are brand new. I have never used them. These blue ones I've had for quite a few years, and I have never actually used them. I think there might be one or two that I think I have used. These pink ones here are all for decorative nail designs. There's a few I've used, but they're covered in nail polish, so I've got to get, the nail polish remover to clean those. So I just stuck them to the back because don't really use them. And then these are the 7 that I just cleaned. These are the ones I use all the time. So I'm just going to get these in here. These main 5 ones are my friend's ones, and at first I wasn't going to use them, but then I started to, and I said, I love the quality of them. So there's the friends, and then I got these last 2 here that I do use these quite a bit. I haven't used these ones for a while, but I like that they actually labels. These ones are made by Wet n Wild. This one says it's a powder blush, and this one is the bronzing blush brush. So I like that these ones are kind of slanted, and I like when they tell you exactly what they're for. It makes it so much easier when you're just learning how to put on makeup, that your brushes tell you what they're for. And I gotta move this one over to here. There, so I can get these ones in. So now all my brushes are clean and organized, and the ones I use all the time, and the ones I've never used. And this does not want to stand. What do I have to do? Okay. Does not want to stand. Okay. Oh, okay, I can put those 2 in the same little slot. There we go. Now it's all neat and organized. Then I have these couple different ones, like these silicone ones, which these ones were from the dollar store. They came with the makeup I was using, or the product, and they came with like this type of stuff. Or I guess it'd be more like this one here, these peeling masks and stuff. And these are nice, but I've got my good ones. Like this one here, I got this one from Sephora. I like it. I can apply stuff, and then this has the other one to like put the lotion in, or your facial, and it gives a nice massage. Same with this one. This one here I know was from the dollar store, and it's just as good as the Sephora one. Except this one here is from the dollar store. I don't like it as much. I don't like the way it feels. It feels cheap. And then I have these 2, and these I got, forget where. I believe they're from the dollar store. Yes, because that's the sign. I don't know. I can't make out what it says, but I've seen that symbol on some of my other cosmetic stuff that I've gotten from the dollar store. So these help you get the stuff like when the jars are almost empty. So this one is for the smaller jars. This is for those larger jars of like lotions and things that you just cannot get the last little bit out. So these really help. So these I'm keeping. These ones I don't need to keep anymore. I mean, I was keeping these. This one here I bought recently because I kind of misplaced these other ones. And same with these. I was keeping them, but I don't like the way, I mean, they used to feel nice, but you can see like how flimsy this is. Versus like this one here from Sephora. I mean, it still is like got give to it, but it doesn't bend the way that these ones bend. So when you're putting it on, it's easier to get a more even coat. So these ones here can go in my donate pile. They are clean. I wash these before and after every use. I just use my facial cleanser. So put those ones aside. Oops. So these ones, because I use them all the time, I'm going to put them in this one that goes into the bathroom. So I'm going to put this black one down here. I'm going to put this one from Sephora up here. And then these ones here. Slip this one here. This one here, I don't know if having it in here, if it's going to fit in the height of the, oops, what did I do? No, I can't get this one to stand up. Okay. Let's move these things around. Oops. Yeah. Putting makeup brushes away, and then it's like, oh, you move one and then suddenly they all just don't want to stand up there. I don't know if that's going to be too tall for in my cupboard, but if it is, I'll move it somewhere else. But that's just nice that I can see right where those are. Whoops, this one over to here so it's a little bit spaced out. I don't like my makeup brushes like clumped together. And then this is just that lash and brow little duo thing. I don't really use these, but I just think it's just kind of nice just to be able to have them sometimes. You know, other stuff comes with, you know, they come with other things. So now I've got those done. So now I'm just going to, whatever stuff I've got up here behind me that I gotta organize and put away. I think my next ones will be my lipsticks and things like that. So I'm just gonna pull the, you know, these things here, I already organized these yesterday, so maybe I'll just show what's in these makeup cases, and then I can get the other stuff put away that's just all loose here. So I've got this one here. It's supposed to be a Louis Vuitton, but I think it's just a knockoff version of it. Let's see. I do like these cases, but so open this one up, and this is nail polish, and then I've got all my extra nail supplies up here. This is to help open up the lids because I have trouble grasping small things, so I find this easy. I also have the other thing. When I find it, I'll put it in here, and you put your nail polish bottle in it, and it's like a ring, and it sits on your hand, so then it's easier because I have trouble, you know, even holding this with my hands, doing my nails. Hands like in this type of position kind of hurts after a few minutes. So like nail oils, you know, these are like more like the nail oils. I've got the cuticle remover things, and that's the, I like this is the Cutex Care hand and cuticle cream. I use this after I've done my manicures. Like I said, this is the cuticle eraser. This one is by Cutex, and then I have this one here. It's the instant cuticle remover, and this one's Sally Hansen. I have to say I like this one, but it is so hard to find the Cutex. The Sally Hansen is really easy to find. So this is just nail polish and nail care. Oops. And I'm going to say that's not all my nail polish, because this one here is also just nail polish. Now this one here is not necessarily nail polish. It's got some nail polish, but this is also my top coats and base coats. And then I also have a few of these other, well, that's a top coat. I couldn't tell what that one was. This is a citrus nail strengthener. This is the brush cleaner, which I'm supposed to use, like, you know, cleaning the brushes. I'm going to say I've never done it, but I just thought it was kind of neat to have. This is another citrus cuticle conditioner. Then I have this Sally Hansen Miracle Nail Growth Miracle, so it's the growth treatment. I have the Sally Hansen Natural Growth Activator and the Sally Hansen Nail Nutrition. It's supposed to help, like this, when you do it daily, and it does make your nails grow. I'm going to say I've started using these three again, and my nails have, these are my natural nails, they have really grown a lot in the last 2 weeks. which is why I'm not wearing acrylics right now. I just want to see how long I can get my nails by the end of August. And then this one here is just, this is brand new product that maybe there's a couple I have used, like my Peach Glow. This is a highlighter palette, and then this is the Revlon Classic Coral blush. So these are fairly new, but these ones I'm using a lot. This is brand new pressed powder. These are by e.l.f. These are brand new, and it's that corrective thing. This is also a corrective, and this one's also another corrective one. These are brand new. They haven't been opened yet. I've got some brand new, or nearly brand new, eyeshadow by Elme. So I was finding just a lot of things were bothering me, so I went to Elme because I found I'm not allergic to it. Same with CoverGirl, and then there was a few Revlon products, and then I find the e.l.f. Also is not bothering me. This one's from the dollar store. I just recently bought it because I needed some pressed powder. I don't know if I'm going to be allergic to it, but for $1.50 it's giving me some blush, or not blush, a pressed powder. And then this is just a finishing powder by NK Makeup. I haven't used it yet. Oh, this one here is brand new. It was by Mary Kay. This one I've used a few times, and it is the does this pop out of here? It is a highlighter. Kind of, I use it as like a foundation for right now because I couldn't find any. And then I have, this is a smudge pot, so it's like eyeshadow. I kind of like the color, by e.l.f. This was from the dollar store. I haven't even used it. And then this I'd also found from the dollar store, and it's a perfect bro mini kit, and it has that. It also came with the little mini tweezers, and it had a little baby brush, and I don't know where the little mini brush went, but I have all the little tweezers, so that's in this one. And this one here is my main makeup. I like these little shadow swap pans. I've got a bunch of these. So when you're doing your makeup, I'm just going to grab this. So when you're switching your eyeshadow, you just press into here and it removes the color. So when you're doing multiple colors, you're only using one eyeshadow brush, then you can, you know, switch between colors really easily. I've got all my blush and eyeshadow palettes in here, although I've got this to display some, so I'll figure out which ones I want to display. And then I also have like, these are my new eyeliner, mascara, and the brow pencil. These also are the, this is the eyebrow mascara. And then I got some concealer in here. I've got my foundation because I did find brand new foundation. And then I got some correcting concealers, some other just regular concealers. Oh, this is these eyeshadows, things like that in here. A little bit of blush. Another mascara. It's a good one. Like I said, I went through all this stuff and just organized all of these bags. And then this one here has got the 2 pouches. So this is my main one for my manicures, pedicures. Everything is in here. So I've got like all my tweezers, nail clippers, some nail files, a mirror, the little bamboo sticks. I got the different nail files for my heels, the glass ones for my heel, and I got all my glass nail files in here as well. And then I have these little clip-on things here, so when you're taking off your acrylics or just, you know, your nail polish, you just soak the cotton ball or cotton pad. Oops. And then this will hold it in place. So that is all of those. So I'll be back when I get the rest of the stuff that's up here behind me kind of organized and put into the different storage containers. Okay, so it's just after 1 o'clock, so I've been doing this for almost 3 hours, and I'll show you what I have gone through. This was the stuff that I had put back in the box that I have to sort through, and I didn't get to it yet because most of this stuff is going to go into that purple cart. That is just a whole bunch of the empty makeup bags. And then in here, I just put all the hair care stuff and some jewelry in here because I'm not doing jewelry or hair care products at this moment. But see over here, I've got all this stuff cleared out that was sitting here. So now I just have this blue basket. It's got the duplicates, you know, hand wash, peroxide, rubbing alcohol, things like that. And then I just put all the bags of the wet naps, cotton balls, and Q-tips there. And then I have those two clear containers with the blue lids. They just had extra toiletries and first aid supplies that I just kind of dumped into this blue basket. I got to go through at a later date, but right here I've got to go through the first aid kit as well. So up here on the top shelf, we've got, you know, the Kleenex, toothpaste, me and my husband, our mouthwashes, our toothbrush and toothpaste, paper towel, and toilet paper. That's kind of what was always up there, but it's nice to have it all now organized. This shelf here is just going to be like the first aid stuff. So I got the first aid kit, and then, you know, got after sun gel, the, what is this? Oh, sunscreen, the vitamins, you know, Band-Aids, things like that. This shelf here has all my makeup. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. So this was the clear one that held all of the little palettes. And then I've got these two here that were for my lipstick and lip gloss. And then this side here, I've put all my, I guess this first one here is lip liners. Then that is the brow liners. And then this one here, I had so many eyeliners that I split them between regular and the metallics. And then I just have my bottle of nail polish remover, which I realize it's almost empty, so I'll have to get some pretty soon. But all my lipsticks and lip balms, everything is just here. Lip gloss, they kind of fell when I was putting stuff back there. And then I've got my nail polish here, and then my makeup is here. Then this was just the what was in this one? Oh, that was the manicure pedicure set I just set here. And then on this shelf, I've got this white bin, which has got like nothing in it really, just a few odd things. My makeup brushes, all my brushes there. I've got my nice light up makeup mirror. I just don't have anywhere to put it or use it at the moment. And then I've got this little bamboo tray and a little bamboo mirror. I just stuck the mirror onto here. It's actually two separate pieces. They're both from Dollar Tree. And then I just put my perfume here. And then this bottom one here, I just had this nice round tray, and I just thought it would kind of look nice just kind of organizing things on here. So I've got my shampoos, or not shampoos, it's between washes, like the dry shampoo, and then mousse and hairspray stuff I don't really use too often. I got my little hand soaks when I'm doing my manicure. Then my little brush cleaner is going to sit here. Just, you know, female products. That's my Epsom salts, my acrylics, the extra bottle of soap for the bathroom. So it's all neat and organized, and I did wash all the shelves off. And then in my bathroom here, still got these soaking, and I'll be drying that, rinsing it out soon. But under here, I've got this all organized. Like I said, there's not really much in here. I know at one point this was so full that I could barely open it. Actually, it's not even opening. What did I do? Okay. It was just too close to the on-off valve that it wouldn't open. And then, you know, a few little things in these drawers. my water pick and all the accessories for that. And then I had 3 more of these clear acrylic container things. I didn't have any room in the hall closet for them, but they fit perfectly in here. This one doesn't really have anything. Oops. I have these wooden rollers, which I don't use. So I'll probably, you know, get rid of them. But for now, they just kind of sit here. I got one tucked in there. And this is my headband for when I'm doing my facials. And then just my hand lotion, which is just too big to put anywhere. I don't have a counter to set it on. So it can just sit there. Some of those little sprays. Oops. Oh, no, I moved it. So now I'm not going to be able to get it back to sitting where it was sitting. Okay, I'll do that in a second. I need 2 hands to get into there. I got my cleaning cloths just rolled up and kind of squished into these. And then for Christmas, my husband bought me this set and I kind of forgot about it, got misplaced. But these bottles are round and so they do not sit up nicely, but they kind of fit. This one here's got the little square shelves. And so these kind of just fit in there, kind of like that. Like I said, there's my water pick and all the pieces for it. So under here is now neat and organized. And then up here, I'll have to get this one kind of organized, but all my other Bath and Body Works products are in here. I've got some other stuff up here that I will go through and see what I use or don't use. This one here is brand new. I just opened it out of the package because I know this one is almost empty. I've got these other things here. I got to see what, you know, like this is the new stuff I really love. It smells so good. And then all these other ones here. Most of this is like from Bath and Body Works. So these are the ones my husband got me a couple years ago for Christmas. I finally found both sets. So I'm just kind of putting everything away. Bathroom here. I also just went through, I had a bunch of hanging, whatever they're called, those back scrubbers that I just, I got some new ones. I got to bring the new ones out and I'll hang the new ones up. So I thought, I'm here, I might as well get rid of the old ones. Just because I'm here, I might as well just do that. Move this up here, move this to here. See, like I said, I'm just kind of organizing everything. Like I said, that's just my facial cleansers. The 2 I use every day is the foaming one and the facial toner. But they don't fit. I don't have any room for them, so I just store them in the shower. This one here, the dry brush, I don't know if I really like it, but it's okay. I'm keeping it. This one here, this one here looks pretty old. I think it's time to throw it out. Yeah, I think it's time to throw it out. I haven't used it for a while. I like my silicone one here. It's got the different nodules on this side and different scrubbing things on that side. So this one I actually use. It just needs a good clean too. And then that's my one from Sage. This is a new one I just started using. So then the other poofs that I had, I just got rid of. This is the old bath pillow. This is my new bath pillow. So I'll put the new one there and I'll throw this old one out. So I'll throw this one out as well. So I'm almost finished organizing all the stuff. And then, like I said, I've got a lot of garbage and donation stuff. Everything is now just in this one box. It's a mix of garbage and donation, but I will go through that. I would put donations out today, except it is raining. So I just have this pile of stuff to put away. When I get it put away, I will be back. Right, so now it's just about 10 after 2 and I've got all the drawers for this organized. So I've got this drawer here is all my manicure, pedicure items. Just kind of tip it this way. You can see I've got new acrylics down there, some new acrylic glue, the little nail art stuff, clear acrylic nails, the acrylic cutters. And then I have 3 jars of this Epsom salt stuff I'd made with my day home kids. So I just stuck those in here because I can use them next time I do a foot soak. And then this is just that nice manicure plastic or vinyl mat, and I have used it a few times and I'm like, it works really good. You don't get nail polish on anything. Then I've got this one here. So in this one I've got all my shaving stuff. So I've got disposable razor blades, my electric razor, and then all my waxing kits. And I also stuck my little wax back in this one too, just because it was the only place I had room. And then the third drawer is just some foot care stuff. So I've got those 3 shoe liners. I've got these other heel liners, some other, this is for heel of the ball of your foot cushioning pad for inside your shoes. And then I have this one here, which has got the grips for the bottom of your shoes. I've got some new yoga socks. Actually, I don't use these ones for yoga. I don't know, these are not for yoga. These are for the pedicure. They separate your toes. I find these work so much better on my feet than the other, those other foam things. I just find these ones are just more comfortable. I'm going to put these with the, actually I guess it doesn't matter because they'll be together. Then these are got the gel infused in here. I've got these ones with the hand ones. I've got the gel for nice manicure, pedicure stuff. I've got my little bunion things. I've used them a few times. So, and then, yeah, so that's all neat and organized. So I'm going to put, which one's heavier? I don't know. This one here's got the glass jar, so I'm going to put that one on the bottom. I don't think it really matters which one goes, these two go on the bottom, but I'm going to have my nails stuff on the top. So that is all neat and organized, and then I will label on here as to what this stuff is. So this would be manicure, pedicure, this is foot care, and then this will be shaving and waxing. And I've got room in my closet downstairs, just under my clothes, like where my jackets are and my hoodies sit. I've got room for this to fit under there. So I'll take this down to my basement and I'll put that in the closet downstairs. So now I think I have finally got everything organized, or I thought I did. I've got, this case is now empty. I don't know what I'm going to put in it. Then I'm looking up and I haven't done my essential oils. I'm going to do that another day. I got to go through because there's a brand that I have up there that I can't use. So I will go through those another day. And then I have all of these things, you know, eyeglass cleaner kits. I've got 4 bottles, and I got a little bag, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these cleaning cloths. I'm going to say they all need to be washed. So I'm going to go and just wash these in my sink, which is some nice warm water and soap. And then see if these are full or empty. That one's got stuff. Actually, you know what? This one is empty. And these ones I can tell are full. This one I just sprayed and it's got stuff. Now, I don't know the brand on this. I found this in the parking lot. And it's, I can't really read it, but I'm going to say the ones I have are from the dollar store or from, yeah, this is from when I got my glasses from the Toiletries. That's the dollar store. Oops. And this one is dollar store. So I'm going to say this would be from one of those expensive stores in the mall. And I said it was in this pouch and it had, you know, the cleaning cloth. And I don't know that brand, but I'm going to go and wash all these and then put these away. And I think that was the last thing I have to do. I'm just going to double check that, yes, I've got everything else put away. And I'm just going to quickly show my closet once more, just because I've kind of moved a few things around. Yeah, I didn't really change too much stuff on these shelves here. I kind of found a few more lip glosses that I kind of just put here, and some lip liners that were just kind of rolled on the floor. But, you know, every time I touch something like this, I know that these lip gloss don't fit in here properly. They got to be like doubled up, but it's good enough for me. It's all neat, organized. I can see all my makeup. I might change a few, like having these makeup bags sitting on top of each other. They kind of tip, so I might kind of move those around just to make it look less cluttered. This shelf here, you know, I got my brushes in here, perfume. This is the manicure stuff. That's my water pick. It doesn't fit in the bathroom anymore because I kind of added some more stuff. There's my makeup brushes, and then I've got all this stuff all organized. So these are all my cleansing facial masks and stuff are all in here so I can see them. Brand new nail files. This one here, I have to have it laying down because it is just so high that it just does not want to stand. I've got some disposable mascara brushes. Got my jewelry cleaner, just brand new boxes of Blistex. I found 3 packs, so 2 were single and 1 is a 3-pack. So I got 5 packs of Blistex. I don't need to buy that for a while. And then just a few little random things in these drawers here. And like I said, the bottom shelf, acrylics and just other things. So that's all the same. I did find my hot stone massaging rocks, so I stuck them here. I've never actually used them, so I don't know how well they work, but I just like them. And every once in a while, just to open the bag and I get that fragrance, it's got that nice smell. I just open the bag when I'm having a hot shower and I get that nice, I don't know, it's got a really nice, I don't know what it is, if it's eucalyptus or mint or something in the rocks, but it gives a really nice scent to the bathroom when I'm having a shower. And then under here, I kind of moved a few things around, not much. I found a brand new shower cap, so I put it under there. My little ring holder that I had sitting on the other shelf, and I'll show in a second, but what I did. And then that's just the runner spray. It does work really good. And then that's the almost empty one, the room deodorant spray, I guess. I think that's what it's called. And that was the coconut lavender. It smells really good. And this is just the eucalyptus, yeah, the runner spray. I just thought it would be fine to put them under there. I found a few more little things in here and a few little things I kind of added, like found these ones. I've got a 2-pack from the dollar store for $1.50. My good one I got from Sage, I paid $8 or $10 for it. So when I found these from the dollar store, I thought it was worth trying them, and I haven't tried them yet. I think because they kind of got misplaced. Okay, and then the reason why my ring holder is down there is because this shelf here, this little bread basket fit perfectly along here, and it's got all of these items that my husband got me 2 years ago for Christmas. And so this is the stuff that I'm going to use first. I was trying to have it all sitting out on the shelf, but some of these containers, the way the lids are, they don't want to sit straight. They just want to tip. So I just grabbed this little basket that I had them in at the other house. So it takes up this whole shelf right now, but this is the stuff I'm going to be using up right away. And then I had to move a few things around in here. I found some more bath soap fizzer things, whatever they're called. Depends on what they are. So I got 2 that are Friends. I got some donut ones. Oops, I don't think I'm even high enough. Yeah. So I got the Friends lobster. I got the Friends shaped like the little picture frame on their door. Little macaroons and donuts. Kind of just fits everything in there. So I got all my toiletry stuff is now neat and organized. And then I had found, this is a brand new one, so I stuck it there. And then I've got this nice one from Lush, and we no longer have a Lush in town, but I love this one. I forget what the fragrance is, but I didn't just throw it in the tub and just use it once. I would just hook it on. I'll just do this. I would just hook it on here when the tub is running, just to get some of this stuff so it lasts longer, especially after Lush, moved, and so I've got that there. I'm still got to just rinse those out and put that away. But I think I've got all my stuff put away and dealt with. So I still have to deal with this stuff. This stuff is duplicate. Oh, okay. It's raining, but they wanted out. So now they're back in. Okay, so this stuff here is duplicate. So I think I'm going to take the extra first aid kit things like the hand soap, lotions, peroxide, rubbing alcohol. We've got some room on the shelves in the furnace room just above the laundry room sink, so I might just put those up there for now, but I will get to that later today, if I get to it today or not. My husband can see, this was all full of stuff. I had stuff all down here. You could hardly get down this hallway. And then I said, I had all these boxes dumped out all over the floor. Everything is put away, cleaned up. That was the 2 little candle holders that I had in the bathroom. I just brought them out here for right now. And like I said, I still have all of the essential oils to go through. I know half of the bottles are empty, but I might just put them back in the container that they were in, or the bag that I had them in, and just deal with them another day. Because I just want to get things clean and organized and picked up. And then, like I said, this is just the hair accessories. I don't know if I feel like doing hair accessories right now. I'd have to go down to the basement and grab that other basket or the other rolling cart of hair accessories. I don't think I want to do that today. I might just take this hair accessories, put them in a different box, and deal with them obviously another day. But that is 2 more tubs I have gone through and emptied. And then I've got all my makeup bags that are empty. Like I said, I might redo the makeup bags I'm using in the closet right now. I might just decide, it'd be cute if I could have this one in my pantry, or not pantry, in the closet, and this one as well. There is stuff in there. I guess I didn't empty this one completely. I've got some nail wrap stuff in here still. Okay. There's some, I don't know what that is. Cleaning pads for nails. Okay, for when you're doing the manicures stuff. Okay. Well, I didn't dump these out completely. Some of these I didn't, I didn't really go through everything exactly. I was just getting the bigger items out of these bags. Has that got something still? Oh, yeah, it's got, just an acrylic nail still down the bottom of that one. But I'll just say, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, other than the couple items that are in here, that's 11 bags that were full of stuff, and I cleared it out. And I even had this drawer organizer that was full of expired medicine and vitamins. I'm down to I'm gonna throw it all out. And then, like I said, this is just all the hair accessories. This is just all elastics and hair clips and curlers, these different things, for hair colors, these to do your different, making the buns in your hair. So these are just all the hair tools and stuff. So like I said, I'll probably just put these, just take this stuff downstairs. I don't want to do this. I've done enough yesterday, and I'm just gonna sit down. And then I've got that box behind me there that is probably half of it is garbage. I just, I had it separated between garbage and giveaway. And then last night when I had to go get my husband, I had to clean up fast, so I just threw the garbage and the donations kind of got mixed into the one box. That way it would be easier for me to go through today. So I will just go through that box quickly. Like I said, it's going to be mostly garbage. But again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos. And I will see you in the next ones.